And here is Yerbana in all its glory. So I think we'll just get straight into it. So first up we have this, which is the main structure for the bridge. This took about a day in itself to build. Originally my plan was to have it so it would stick onto the sides. So where the tiles are, there's studs underneath, and originally it would have stuck onto the sides to look more like how it did in the show, but it just wasn't working. I had to rebuild it like 4 or 5 times within a day, and so I ended up just changing it to this method where it sits on top of the rest of the bricks. So now let's just move over to the main bit of the battle, which is the clone army. So right here at this end we've got a Republic officer, and next to him we've got a couple of clones who are carrying one of their injured squad mates on this stretcher. Also just behind them we've got a little weapons rack, and then to the side of them there's also some little crates. So here at the back we've got a few clones. They're quite spread out, got a few different varieties, including that one with the big sort of minigun thing. And then as we move further up towards here, we've got the little clone defense over here at the front. And probably my favorite bit of this is this giant explosion. I'm using those angled clear pieces to position the clones to get them in those sort of weird wacky positions to make it look as if they're being, you know, blown out the way by the explosion. Yeah, literally those little pieces there. And yeah, I've also got a few different varieties of clones, like I said, going around them, including those ones with the big miniguns, which we've got one right at the back, and then one right at the back, yeah, and then one just over there with this epic looking explosion just behind him, looking a bit like an action hero, like he's the main character. And then just over the front, some of my favourite things I've added are the little craters. Over here we've got a fallen clone who's fallen into one, and then just towards the back there's another little defence where there's another dead clone who's just sort of huddled over the defence. And then towards the front we've got the main defence itself, and they've got these light grey barriers that they've built out of bits of debris and bits of wreckage from some of their fallen vehicles, and obviously got Commander Cody and Obi-Wan leading the charge, and then just off to the side from them they've got Anakin Skywalker as well, helping them out. And now finally we move over to the droid side. Just over here we've got 24 of the B1 battle droids, and just behind them is 11 of the new B2 battle droids that came out in the new battle pack this year. And just behind that in the distance is the lovely 2008 AAT, one of my favourite things in my collection, honestly. I was going to use the new one, but I can't deny that I have a lot of nostalgia for that old set. And just underneath them is Captain Rex with his 501st Jet Troopers, and of course R2-D2 acting as a lookout. Originally I was only going to have 2 of them in here as more like a sort of Easter egg, you know, so like, you know, like a wink wink, like look at that. But then after a while I realised there should be more than that, and I had 8 in my collections. I thought I might as well use them all. It looks better, it looks more like how it does in the actual scene, and honestly I think it came out really well. So, and since we're down here, I might as well show you the pillars. So originally there was this one, this middle one, and then that one at the far side. They were all originally built back in January when I had the idea to do this build, but as I started expanding the bridge and building more, I realised I was going to need more pillars because it just wasn't cutting it for actually giving it proper support, because bits would be horribly bent and stuff and it just wouldn't work. So, but I try to build them so they all fit in that sort of same aesthetic as the original ones. They're a little bit smaller, but only because I just didn't need ones that were as big as the original ones. But I think they look really good. When you sit them all together, it looks like a really nice complete bridge. And finally we can move on to something I haven't really talked about, which are these sort of barrier fence bits that go along the whole bridge in Dark's hand. Originally it was going to be a lot more complete. I thought I had more 204s, but it turns out I didn't have as many as I needed, so I just ended up having to improvise. But like I did order lots of slopes and curved slopes to make it look more damaged like this, and I think it came out really well. And also if you notice, it actually gets more damaged the further you get towards where the droids are, which was a deliberate choice because I thought it made more sense that all the shells or the explosions would land near there from the clones, so it made sense that it would get more and more damage towards them. And that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for making it to the end. I really, really appreciate it. I realise I've been a bit inactive over the last sort of 6 months, so I do apologise for that. But obviously can't thank you guys enough for staying subscribed all that time, because I do really appreciate all of you for doing that. Yeah, nothing more to say, so just thank you. Obviously don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with more content, which, you know, fingers crossed there will be more of. And obviously comment down below, let me know what you think of Yerbana, and I'll see you guys in the next video.